Hi, welcome to 3 Inches Hand Embroidery. I'm Eric. In this video, I'm going to tell you 4 methods on how to transfer your embroidery design pattern onto the fabric. Please click the subscribe button and bell if you haven't done it yet. There'll be more hand embroidery videos coming up soon. Let us start with the first one. Print a design pattern on fabric with inkjet printer. Before you start, you need to have an ironing board, and an inkjet printer, of course. I would recommend this kind of printer because the fabric is just slip in and out directly when you're printing. I would say cotton fabric is the best choice for fabric printing by using inkjet printer, and the cotton fabric I use is Kona cotton fabric. The last and most important thing, the plastic coated freezer paper. The one I got here is from Reno's Kitchens. Maybe the freezer paper from other brands works too, but I can't guarantee, cause I never tried it before. It could be used for art and crafts, quilt applique, and everyday, everywhere. Yeah, you can definitely use it to wrap your mitts up too if you want. Let us check it out. So the freezer paper has 2 sides. This is the coated side, and the other side is the non-coated side. Let's start. First step, you have to cut the freezer paper into letter size or A4 size. Let me show you an easier way to do it. So what I did here is I placed the letter size paper on top of the freezer paper, on the matte side, not the shiny side. The shiny side is the plastic coated side. I traced the 4 corners of the letter size paper onto the freezer paper. After that, remove the letter size paper and connect the marks that I traced. There you go. And I cut it out with a utility knife. You can use scissors if you don't have one. It's up to you. Alright, we have a freezer paper in letter size now. I always iron the fabric first before I work on it because some fabrics will shrink a little later after you iron it. Put the freezer paper on top of the fabric that you prepare on the iron board. Make sure the shiny side is facing the fabric. This is important, so I repeat it. Make sure the shiny side is facing the fabric. You can start ironing it after heating up the iron, around 15 to 20 seconds. Once you finish ironing, select through the edges with your finger gently to make sure it sticks well. Trim the exit part of the fabric with a rotary cutter. You can use scissors if you don't have one. So now the fabric is stiff enough to be printed on a printer. And now we can start printing. The fabric side is facing upward when you put it in. Use your finger to check the bottom corners of the fabric. Make sure they are not folded up. It looks good. But there's a possibility that the top and bottom of your fabric will get smudged with the ink. When this happens, you have to clean your printer's print head. And now you can take the fabric down from the freezer paper. There's another way to do this if you can't get any freezer paper or are too lazy to go through those cutting and ironing steps. The sticker paper in letter size. But you still have to iron the fabric to flatten the wrinkles before you stick the sticker on it. Place the fabric on somewhere flat and make sure there's no dirt or hairs on it. Take off the sticker from the backing paper and stick it onto the fabric. Make sure there's no bubbles or wrinkles on the fabric. Trim the exit part of the fabric with a rotary cutter or a scissors. Always have your fabric surface clean and you can start printing on it now. I just cleaned the print head of my printer so there's no smudge on this fabric. Look at the tiny dots here. The printing is very detailed. Most of my patterns are printed with my printer because it's easy to do and 100% accurate. Take the fabric down from the sticker. Let's check if the ink will bleed. I'll go with the finger first. Everything is good for now. Let's try to rub it with eraser. There are some wrinkles, but the ink stays well. And now we go with water. The ink is bleeding. This is how it looks like after it dries out. As long as you don't touch it with water, it won't be the problem. Just a heads up, the fabric printing doesn't work on black color fabric. Look at this. I tried to print on it 2 times. First time is with blue color and the second time is with yellow. Obviously, it doesn't work. I've already tried it out for you, so I think you don't have to try it again. Okay, this great product that I would like to recommend is the sticky Fabri-Solvy. It is self-adhesive, fabric-light, and water-soluble stabilizer. You can print your design pattern on it and cut it out after, tear off the backing paper, and stick it onto the fabric. Put the fabric on the hook first before you stick the stabilizer on it. Once you finish embroidering, you can wash it off. If you want to leave your work on the embroidery hook, you have to tie up the exit part at the back and take off the hook before you start washing it. You have to wait for it to dry off before put it back into the outer hook. I use it on the fabric that are not suitable for printing, like black color fabric, linen, and felt. Next is the carbon paper. The darker and shiny side is the side with carbon. First, you have to get your pattern ready on the paper. Place the carbon paper on top of the fabric. Make sure the carbon side is facing the fabric. After that, place the paper with your pattern on top of the carbon paper. And you can start transferring the pattern by using a head point stylus pen or a regular pen. You need to draw a bit harder when you're transferring the pattern so the outcome will be clearer. The outcome is pretty clear. The last one is transferring the pattern with the pattern tracing material, or you can call it pattern tracing fabric. It's a very thin non-woven fabric. They're normally used for garment pattern tracing, but I'll show you how we use it here. First, you have to trace your pattern onto the pattern tracing fabric by using a pen. After you have your pattern on a pattern tracing fabric, put it on top of the fabric and trace the pattern with a heat-soluble pen or water-soluble pen. I'll show you both. I think it's better to work with a hard tip soluble pen. The tip of the heat soluble pen I use is hard, so I can draw harder when I trace a pattern. That is why the outcome is clearer than a water soluble pen. Alright, so these are the 4 pattern transferring methods that I've tried before. Hope you found something useful in this video. I'll be appreciated if you hit on the like button, and you are always welcome to leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Thank you for watching.